Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here. Vampire counts. The orcs are marching towards Schwarzhafen, which I do thankfully have slightly garrisoned, though probably won't be enough to really stop Grimgor, but it might just be a bit enough to buy time for Manfred to come beat someone up. So that's what you call a start. Perhaps not the best one, but a start. Let's just build a balefire hearth up. The armies are standing about here still, ready to deal with any naughtiness. Herr Geek has been burnt to the ground by the Chaos Hordes. And of course we've got Grimgor knocking on the door. There's a lot of fun there going on. They've still got to build something here. We'll not be trying to set up here for the White King, which could be a quite handy supporter. There's theory also the Hex rates, though I don't really care much for them. Not particularly. I could also set up here for the Necromancer's Tower, which would also boost my economy. And no, but for Necromancers, which would also be quite handy, plus research rate boost. So I like to go for that. Once I get the resources, after I've built up the, vampire castle. So, let's get started, shall we? I'd say let's get started, shall we? That would have been a bit naughty, I think. There you go, straight for Schwarzhafen. Oh dear, he's going straight for it. Artillery wise, he has the Doom Divers. He's also got a lot of archers, but actually, that's it. He's only got the Doom Divers. I'm not going to say I have the best chance here, but the Grave Guard at least guard the gates here. Thankfully, all archers are not the best. Again, it's the Black Orcs, I'm a bit mean bastards. And I'm also, well, worried about Grimgor. He is also what you call a... not quite so much, really. Use some of the monsters to guard the gates instead. In fact, they might be a bit more suited for it. Hell, I could use the Vargeist to go straight for the divers, or at least use the bats as a bait. Rush that towards and deal with it. Anyways, let's see here. You got the Orc boys, and there you go, the Black Orcs with their heavy armor, their really big axes, and some other Orc boys. Grimgor seems to be hanging back all the way here. A lot of goblins, some Orc boar boys, and where do we have the artillery? Right, they're all the way back there. I mean, he can basically rush straight at me. They do have, siege ladders in the game, basically automatic, so you don't even have to set up for that. Guess what I'll do is I'll use the zombies to man some of the towers and man the walls, basically. These chaps as well. That way I've sort of got, I think, most of the approaches covered. Crypt horrors will be set to man the entrance to the crypt. Yes. The Grave Guard will sort of stand as security as well, ready to rush any of the walls if need be. Cavalry will form up a further sort of reserve here, and then we have the bats, which will set around here, I think. Alongside the Var. Actually, we'll set up these all here. Hopefully he'll leave his artillery a bit unattended, in which case I'll rush it with my bats and my Vargeists. So yeah, overall he's got the bigger force, but I do have the walls, and I do have some units that can help, hold the walls. It's not like completely in bad stuff here yet. Artillery running down here from the walls against them. Also, that Doom Dive is probably not the most effective artillery, as you might have noticed. Alright, that does help a bit. It looks like he's going to use it to try and, break down the walls here. Again, where the towers sort of help out a bit. Need to draw them up a bit further. Need to sort of, you know, pull up the elements away from the catapult a bit here. They're clearly not going to be doing the most damage here. So I might just sort of rush them out from the walls once the melee troops have been committed to the main points of the wall here. Our boys moving up there. I might have to send someone up to deal with that. Just in case. Looks like I'll be sending the Grave Guard there. There we go. Siege ladders out. I guess they're orcs, so they don't really care that much about those things. Along going up there to assist. Overall, they have suffered some casualties, but I call a frightful lot. I mean, some of them will just be bogged down here by the zombies until they can bring up other chaps to deal with them. Dealing up with some of them there. Don't know how much the bat will do, but apparently they're doing something there. Deal with them. The Black Orcs are most suited for it since they are armoured, but also armour piercing. Otherwise, the Black Orcs are just going to go through the zombies in a matter of seconds. Gotta deal with the intruders there. Those cheeky little bastards. Pulling back the Varkais for now. They've done their bit, sort of send them scurrying. Overall, they got higher casualties so far, but of course, have to see how long that lasts. Here, the Grave Guard dealing with a lot of goblins and some Archar boys. That should keep them rather happy. Well, they're undead, so there's not so much happiness there. Zombies here falling under the Black Orcs, so just again tank through them. Grave Guard doing alright there. They're not quite on the same level, I guess. Just as they got the Immortals banner there, which just means they're even nastier. Come on, I told you to get back here, you silly blighters, not get murdered. There you go, broken through here right into the Crypt Horrors. And immediately get smashed in the face. So they should be entertained. Over here, the Orc Arbors are just getting shredded here. The Grave Guard with their great weapons are definitely having a great time against them. Over here, zombies falling under the Orc boys again, not really surprised to that. Here, the Black Orcs are suffering some casualties, but they're still at it quite harshly. Alright, we still got the cavalry too. They can't climb up on the walls, that doesn't quite work out. I'll probably try to save that as a reserve. Use that to attack into the flank. Graveguard here just punishes the Orcs continually. Oh dear, Grimgor's joined in the fight here. Hans von Karstein, the skeleton captain, I guess, is not having the best time there. The Black Orcs has suffered quite a bit there. I'm not entirely sure who's been doing all the killing there. Or if they're just sort of really all low on health somehow without really suffering anything. Still, we're keeping them at bay. They suffered half losses. We're not quite there. The Graveguard, though, are definitely doing the work here. So many Orcs. And here, the Crypt Horrors are still keeping the entrance to the crypt pretty safe. Over there, Goblins are being crushed. We're keeping some of the archers at bay here. Less than half enough, definitely, though we're also close to that. Not looking good there. Grimgor is definitely proven to be the major hazard here. Trying to save the Lancers. Over here, still fighting, though they suffered, but they killed a lot there. 160. Graveguard wiped out, not good. Varkais are gone as well. Tragic. Go. Gotta hit him. And use them as well on it, because they actually have the best chance of hurting him since they actually got armor piercing. now we're basically just unleashing everything we can on Grimgor, at least to keep him down for a bit. Orcs are breaking through there, not good here. Graveguard still just continues to fight. Well, I'd say heroically, but they're already dead, so dutifully, I suppose, fits better, since that's rather what they're doing, you know, duty forced upon them. I fear, though, Schwarzhafen will fall, though it has not been from a lack of effort here. The Orcs have suffered quite a bit. I suppose there's a small chance of the morale still breaking. At this point, I'm not really counting on it. Grimgor is taking damage, just... Oh dear, they fell. The Graveguard has fallen. Not a lot left, really. It's just the main sort of cavalry here fighting. I probably should have broken them out sooner, had to sort of charge into them earlier instead of trying to fight now here. There's less room for manoeuvre. Gitsnik there being activated, it seems. Not good, but that's not going to last for much longer. He keeps killing, though. They're really low in the overall sort of units. I think I'll detach one cavalry unit to try and force a morale break. Though we've seen having some luck there. At this point, I don't really see me winning this just through sheer. I'm going to have to try and force a morale break, so yeah, cavalry away. Another unit wiped. Units are breaking, but we're not quite there yet with the sort of full force suffers complete collapse. Come on, break, you cowards. I mean, yeah, cowards. Next up, archers. Yeah, they're crumbling. Ah! Fight harder, you useless corpses. Harder. I know I'm losing ground here, not really much I can do about it. All I can do is just bleed him out as hard as possible, it seems, and just hope, you know, once von Karstein comes stomping in, there won't be much cleaning up to do. Which is certainly quite a feasible strategy. Alright, more breaking. We're not quite there yet, we sort of really got them running. Scared little orcs. Ah, I misread actually. But still, I think the only chance is really just trying to bring as many as possible and force a complete morale check. At this point, it's looking increasingly unfeasible. Yup, complete collapse. It was worth an attempt here, but still, most of the army is, I think, pretty dead. Compared to, well, mine, which is, well, already dead, so, you know, technically, I won already. Problem is, though, he's like level 20, clearly set up for fighting, and he's probably already got, there we go, Gitsnik and Blood-Forged armor. He's... On the bright side, he did not burn down Schwarzhafen, so that's actually a plus for me. That is a sizable plus for me. But then we have another army stopping by, which could complicate things just a bit. We'll have to see. A lot of Varg mucking about. So, oh, that's the Warg army, but the main army there is looking pretty weak. The Warg army isn't too tough either in theory, and obviously is suffering from attrition. My army is not quite there, though in theory I could probably replace some of those losses with, well, the zombies actually with fresh ones. So that would help a bit. Of course, the magical question, would it be enough? As the other units are still damaged.
Stop pushing it. Slug off.
Or if it's just not wait just one more turn and somehow try to, you know, survive a bit longer. But yeah, Schwarzhafen's taking a bit of a hit there. Unfortunately. So how do we go about this? I mean, if it's just Grimgor, it would probably be easier, but again, there's also the, you know, Varg army under Asgorg Borgroth, which is a bit more, you know, just raw numbers. Obviously, my numbers are overall stronger, tougher, but there's still Grimgor to account for. And again, if we can break his arm, he should be able to deal with the other one first. Well, at least have a look at it. Not looking too grand there in terms of chances, I suppose. At least not if I try to auto-match it, but... well, I'll already committed, I might as well go for it. At least I'll have slowed him down for a bit. I think I might be getting a bit of sellers here, but two guards. I've got Manfred. Plus the heroes reporting. Again, if we can hit them before the reinforcements arrive, they should overall have a good chance they're pulling through. Plus I've got magic. He does not. So that's pretty much they're good. There you go, massive orc army. Oh no. I think I don't. Oh dear. That's not fair. Basically what's happened, and which I had not accounted for, is, well, he gets to start with his reinforcement army as well. Meaning, I now have to fight a much larger army and can't quite so easily just wreck it. That was not what was anticipated, to say the least.
These lands are mine. Mortals quail.
We've got a lot there to work on. Carrying now.
Address thee as master.
Vampire. Crush the breathers. Vampire.
So yeah, that's a bit unanticipated. Will they move against me? No. That means I can bring up my reinforcements. Not that they are a lot, but still, when it comes down to this, then all of a sudden the numbers will matter even just a bit. Even if it's just chaff I'm throwing at them. And that's just basically what that is, chaff. Try and flank him with the chaff and the cavalry, force them to split up their position a bit more before charging in. Manfred's going to be the main push here, with a lot of his black magic sort of hit them hard. Aspect of the Dread Knight, for example, could be quite handy. Soul Blight, not bad either. And also Spirit Leech to sort of try and hit Grimgor. Whereas this one will just Spirit Leech away, trying to sort of silence their bosses as well. Basically, if I can hit Grimgor and possibly the warrior there, I might just have a chance of further just hitting them hard morale-wise and then sort of routing them all. using cavalry. So that's basically the plan here. If I can pull it off, it's going to work out great. If not, I'm truly well buggered. But again, right now it's about threatening them with a large force here. Force them into some not very optimal setup, as they then have to defend their flanks as well, plus the front. That's the general idea anyways. Definitely going to have to rely a lot here on the grave guard for the main shock punch. Well, of course, these will just sort of try and flank in and overwhelm with numbers under the guidance here of Sybil Harkon. Harkon, by the way, being the name, I think, of the head of the Blood Knights, this sort of original guy who got the name up for the order by, well, sucking the blood of a dragon. Very original, I know.
My fangs grow sharp.
I know we do possess the larger numbers at the moment. Of course, the trick is utilizing them in a manner that benefits me. And again, that's going to come down to using Manfred's ability a lot there. As much as possible. And again, aspect of the Dread Knight. That's going to be, I think, super important because it's going to cause any sort of breaks in morale. That's good. We'll send some of the chaff running there as well. In fact, we'll send the entire chaff army running in now. Force some trap tracks to that first. Zombies are just there to soak up the fire as the rest of the army closes in, basically. I'd love it if, it didn't just magically deselect when, units got wiped out. It's not like they matter anyways. There we go. A lot of damage there. Overwhelmed. Almost got Gremgrahil red. Oh shit, I'm getting focused down. Pull back, pull back. Get the devil out of there. Pop another one. Well, cavalry seem to be wreaking havoc down the flanks. Excellent. Bit more to go before the bastard gives up the ghost. Come on, you die, you horrible orc. No one loves you anyway. There we go. There we go.
These lands are mine. I will not. Sylvania rules the night.
Bit chaotic, but it's slowly worked in my favour. Now that the morale has been broken, they're basically taking out their lords. Oh, I can cast some other units, that's even better. I thought it was an aura. Clearly I didn't pay attention that much. Well, that only makes it even easier to break the bastards.
As master, not case.
Yes, look at me, I stabbed them in the back. I'm oh so mighty. Pass off, Manfred. Oi, who said that? Not me. Yeah, now it's just turning into complete rout without their lord or their heroes. Basically routing the entire lot. Throwing the aspect of the Dreadnought, and it's just really collapsing for them. Black Hawk's also gone.
Attend me. By all means.
Living will join us.
Halfway now. I believe you. Go wrong.
There we go. More terror, more fear of the von Karsteins. You will regret burning down my towns. Well, burning them anyways, or stealing them. Well, there we go. That ended up surprisingly well. I was actually a bit worried there. The dead rise again? Yes.
I grow impatient.
Well, so far I'm not really seeing more powerful units, but, you know, details.
Bring war.
Just gonna finish off those fellows.
Follow
Just
me.
attempt to.
Darkness comes.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well. That's a pretty handy ability, actually. Might as well throw that on as well there.
Come, impress me.
Absolutely not.
So yeah, the Orcs just took a huge hit there. Massive.
I will alone.
Necromancer friend there seems pretty happy about things.
This better be important.
Next up, Carrick Droma. I kinda had hoped I'd be able to bring up some better units. I mean, you can occasionally do that if the big battle is big enough, but apparently that one was not.
It is night.
Guess I'll throw some warriors. Slows in the turn. Yeah, they're just running away, the cowards. They have been beaten by the mighty von Karstein, and they run. Oh, never mind. They're bringing up some of their savage orc friends. I guess I'll reconstitute a bit from Schwarzhafen while defending it. Before I then move towards Karak-Dromar and burn it to the ground. Ha ha ha. After I've sacked it, of course.
Yes.
Right then.
I hunt.
Zagoff.
That's a lot of trolls and a lot of, well, basically the top knots are savage orcs, so savage orc units should not surprise me.
Thine right is mine.
So we'll pull back a bit there just to sort of be ready for whatever happens next turn. Otherwise, just sort of slowly save up. There's not really much happening here. I'm just sort of watching all those chaos chaps chaos about and really just bringing up the chaos corruption, which I'm not quite so happy about, but again, I can't quite fight them yet. Was it the intent? Almost down there with the Balefire half. Right, top knots are for now pulling back.
The true Voncaster.
Right, let's hope the dwarves don't get it to before me, otherwise that's going to be a bit unfortunate for me, since I did have plans. That place. Till I buy them, I can upgrade, so I'll do that. A bit more economy would not hurt. Empire sets out against the Chaos Hordes. Another sizable Chaos army there, Orc army moving up with a Vaunt in tow. Might have to prepare for that though. Now Chaos is strike back at Empire, and the Empire is suffering for it. Quite unfortunate there, chaps. Quite unfortunate. if they took it, well, in this case I'll pull back. Well then.
Is it a brave or stupid?
Oh, hey, we're actually training with them now. Diplomacy, ladies and gentlemen, diplomacy. And in theory, if I had trade contact with Avaland, I could trade with them as well. It's the border prince around the way. And they're not keen on trading with them, they can't because it's not directly connected. In theory, I could just wreck them and then try and trade with Avaland, but no. Empire's not too keen either. Chaos Warrior's pretty strong, but they're not as strong as me. In fact, it's the Vark who are the strongest currently. With the scalings right next. Feels a bit silly somehow. Still, a bit of trading is better than no trading.
Speak.
Money might not be the world I'm getting out of it, but it's a start. Apparently we're importing dwarf beer because that's what the vampires are known for drinking, and not fine wine. We are exporting just a bit of, you know, furs, wood, and pottery. Hairy pottery. Well, I might end up going to all of them just to connect the others and just, you know, secure more territory for the von Karstein Empire.
Yes, my sire. Moving. Terror will stalk the streets.
Couldn't also upgrade Prague a bit. Don't feel much like that at the moment. I think right now the goal is just the vampire keep the castle. Got vampires keep. More money, more public order, but most importantly, Blood Knights. That's what I really want. Blood Knights. As for research, we are slowly working towards Blood is Power, which again should give us a bit of a boost there in terms of overall economy. And then next up will be, I guess, turning Knightly Orders. But at the same time aiming, well, we're going to have to go for others a bit as well anyway, so. Not that it matters, we'll be getting that right away, so we'll probably go for that one first, which is actually pretty handy. Infiltrating noble houses could also help us a bit. And that one is also pretty handy down the road. There's a lot there to look at. Goes in the turn, see what the Greens can go for. But I'd hoped to, you know, sack the last keep that they had there near my territories. That would have been good money. Looks like Avalanche just got bent over. I suppose I might have to go to war with Chaos. I just don't feel particularly motivated towards it. But I suppose the other alternative is, you know, and there's also a lot of money to be made from fighting them, obviously, if I just sort of do it correctly. It's not going to be tricky, and the problem is I just want a bit further away. Just a bit further away. Alright, Avaland is still about. I guess someone else suffered for it.
What?
Avaland really likes me now, actually. They're like, good lord, you're the best thing since the Empire. I don't know why I'm saying it, but I'm saying it. You can already imagine they're sort of looking a bit confused at each other. Wait, why are we saying it? Kind of the scalings are now below me in terms of overall power. Orcs seem to have withdrawn a bit. suppose I could try leaving Schwarzhaven a bit undefended. I'm particularly keen on it.
Do not displease me.
A lot of the armies have obviously run around a lot here and are quite attritioned.
Cease. What?
And of course my armies on the other hand are in a quite solid condition for the most part, though some of them could do with a bit more and a bit better. But details.
My bloodline calls. Cease. No.
I shall reposition Manfred to at least deal with the ones around here a bit better first, I think. When they get peace with the orcs, are they not too keen on that?
Clear. Bloody tip.
Nope, not too keen. Not too keen at all. Just get access to the dwarves, but they're all at the other end there. Karagais, so I can't quite directly connect with either, so that doesn't work out. Same with Karakin, who just doesn't like me. Empire in theory, but you know, we're not really on good terms. Well,
Thine right is mine.
nothing to do but head northwards, I guess. Prepare for the inevitable.
That will incur my wrath. What do you want? No scum.
Alright. There's then the turn, and set things up here for the next one. Where the war with the chaos will begin from the von Carstein's perspective. Since I can't afford, to let them grow too strong either, so I'd rather have to go to war with them. That means I also have to go to war with the Varg, and so on there. So I basically have to go to war with all of them at the same time. He's trying to gotta deal with the rebels first there. Alright, we'll be very close there.
Yes.
Can hit that one.
This
That one I
man.
cannot.
Kill
That one
them.
we have to.
Raise them.
Not really much of a chaos force. So
Strike out.
ruthlessly and swiftly dealt with here.
Never.
Go on. There's what you get for opposing the von Carsteins. It twerps.
Right. I hunt.
Black Periapt. Basically, they do the same thing, probably just in different sort of degrees. More bonuses for the cavalry. Seems like the best idea there.
Ready. Night march.
Really closely, just a bit more. Most of my towns have been fortified, so guess we'll have one last battle here.
I will alone. All die. This better be important.
Ah! Damn it. Thought I had them there. I did not. This is on the other hand going to be a bit more awkward pretty quickly then. On the other hand, it might just make the others a bit more well disposed against me as well, particularly the Empire. Might look at me a bit more fondly now. So that's a plus, I suppose. Just not enough to really make them trade with me, and currently they can't anyways. But I think we'll be stopping here before sort of the next setup where there might be some bigger battles versus those Chaos chaps. So thank you all for joining in. Hope you had some fun, enjoyed this episode with its battles, its intrigue. Well, not really a lot there, but you know, build up towards, you know, Blood Knights. Looking forward to those bastards. So again, hope you did. If you did, subscribe, like, share it, comment on it as well, of course. And I'll be back in another 2 days' time with another episode. Cheers, everybody.